describe Joanna?
Okay, Joanna is my friend from uni.
My friends would probably describe me as funny, kind, and Bryan doesn't agree.
So easy to get along with.
Blending with different personalities.
She'll get along with everyone. No one will have a problem with her.
I think Joe will find a more out there player and tuck under their wing a bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
And be under the radar. In past seasons, players who have had that strategy, often their time can run out to do something about it as they approach the end game. Because you get comfortable, you're in a good position, and you're so close to the end, and you don't have the time to process, like, should I make a move against my ally, or like, how do I step out from the shadow?
I think Joe could very easily make it very far, almost to the end. I worry that when it comes time to sell yourself to the jury,
Right.
that Joe will happily give it to someone else. That's my concern, is that Joe won't be able to be like, this is why I deserve to win.
So I see Joe playing like a really solid game and then taking a hit at the close ally who is playing the more who is the more out in front personality, that she recognizes that as like, if it's us at the end, they win, and I get a bit pushed aside because of it.
Yeah.
I foresee Joe taking a hit at that person.
Okay.
And then I see it backfiring.
Oh, okay.
And she's out next.
That's very specific, but I'm glad you put it out there because it would be like amazing.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Can she win? I hope so. I hope so.
Next is Dan.
I'm very excited to have Dan on this season. He is high energy, he's such a character.
Hilarious. In his Meet the Cast video, we were laughing from beginning to end.
Act, direct, write, also do performances for plays for the uni students. So everything within the industry without having to take my clothes off.
So you won't like the naked challenge that we have planned for
I'm looking forward to the naked challenge. That's the whole reason I'm auditioning.
Dan's go-to is humor. And I think that will work really well in the group settings, that he can be sort of like the one-man show, center of attention, and like really get people on like a good vibe at the start. I think the challenge will be to have a more genuine, sincere connection with people in his one-on-one conversations, so that they see that Dan isn't just the class clown, he's actually, you know, got a lot more depth to him.
Dan needs to have a serious gear to be able to have serious conversations with people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and if he can't drop the comedy when he needs to drop the comedy,
To be taken seriously.
yeah, I worry that he will stop being funny when people need him to kind of step up. So my hope is that Dan can play a balanced game, but damn, he's funny.
My friends would probably describe me in two different ways. Normal sober Dan, lovely, funny, always looking out for everyone. 6 beers down Dan, just inappropriate. So inappropriate.
I think if he can read the room and rein it in when he needs to and switch off that gear of being the funny guy, then he could find himself in a really good position to do well in the game.
Okay, our next contestant is Josh.
Josh is one of our Survivor super duper fans. He has got Survivor content for days.
One of the worst moves, I think, was when Lauren gave like her half of the idol to, was it Dr. Mike? And then he like threw it in the fire at Tribal. You could see from episode 1, Boston Rob was gonna win, the alpha male that I'm sick of. Tracy Hughes-Wolf from Micronesia, obsessed with her. Francesco would be another one.
Also, very confident. Probably the most confident person I've ever met in my entire life.
I really hope that Josh will be the sassy villain this season, and he definitely has the potential to do it. I think he wants to be that player.
I've played a game with him called Secret Hitler where it's about like perception and lies, and I did the smallest thing and he picked up on it.
A lot of people who are fans love the idea of coming in and being the villain. You know, there's something tasteful about it where they're like,
The glory of the villain.
yeah, they want to come in and play a cutthroat game. And I think what often happens for people is once they get into the game and they start meeting people, it's not that easy to just like be cutthroat.
I thought that we had found our villain for the season. But then he came to his Meet the Cast and he was more grounded. He had like less of a, I guess, like arrogant, cocky, kind of confident head on. And he was like really focused on doing well.
I wonder if Josh will be able to play as cutthroat of a game as I think he would like to. Or if he gets caught up in just like, meeting some great people and wanting to continue with them.
Yeah. The next person is Michael.
So Michael wants to enact the Malcolm strategy, which is to find an unlikely pairing and then maneuver through the game with that person.
In secret?
In secret, yeah.
I want to try and maybe find someone who's like a nerdy girl, like an older woman, or like a gay guy or something like that. Someone who is a little bit different to myself, so that we're not like perceived as a big threat.
I think this is a great approach for him going into the game. I think that he could easily find himself being brought into a clique of similar age, similar vibe, and that can be seen as like a majority huddle, and we need to take out them.
Yeah.
And when people start coming for that group of people, the shot could go to anyone.
Yes.
It would be amazing if he like partners up with Julie. I think if that does happen, like they would be loyal through to the end. He is such a well-rounded player. He could have a clear path to the end, could certainly take out the win.
Yeah.
So he is one to watch out for.
Okay.
I think that his biggest problem will be that it will be obvious.
That his winning potential.
Yeah. I really think him being able to manage his threat level is going to be his biggest concern, because I think I easily could be cut just before the finale, just because no one wants to sit next to him.
Yeah.